Chiamo, Afurakani, Afuraitkaitnit, Medinde Odwirafo, Kwesi, Nehem, Ptah, Akhan, Akwamuman, Maruka, Etifi Mu, Odwirafo, Odwiraman Mu. That means greetings to all Afurakani, Afuraitkaitnit people, meaning African black people. My name is Odwirafo, Kwesi, Nehem, Ptah, Akhan, Odwirafo of the Akwamu Nation in North America, within Odwiraman, the purified nation, Afurakani, Afuraitkaitnit people in the Western Hemisphere. So many of you are aware that we are having our ARI KAT, Cosmology of Creation tour to Kamit and Khanit, Nubia and Egypt, 8-day tour and so forth. So we have some spaces still left available. What some people are doing and what we are posting here, we just posted some information on this. They're using their TEKH Refund to fund this trip, and we say use your TEKH Refund to fund a trip or your trip of your lifetime. So our trip is $3,000. That includes round-trip airfare from JFK International Airport in New York, non-stop flight to Cairo, so round trip and so forth, as well as 13 sites in 12 cities. We have 5-star hotels, we have 5-star cruises and so forth. So we'll be going to a number of different sites. We did an entire live on that, about 2 hours, where we get into detail about the places we will be going and so forth. We have some of our classes that you can check out as well, our online courses where we talk about the cosmology of the different sites that we will be visiting and so forth. But our tour is $300 deposit to secure your space. What some people are doing, have reached out to me and said they're doing is they're using their tax refund to either fund the entire trip or a portion of the trip, and then the remainder of the balance they will pay in installments. So we have an installment payment plan. You can do that. You can work out your own installment payments. We also have the option for PayPal, for example, pay later and so forth. That's another option where you can finance a portion of the trip or the entire trip. So, but when you look at the term tax and you look at the Proto-Indo-European root, according to them, is the term TEKH, meaning to touch and so forth, or to impose. What you find is the original term comes from ancient Kemet, which is the TEKH, and that becomes TEKH and TEKH and so forth in the European languages. But TEKH, when you see that medut or glyph of the TEKH, it is representative of the plummet that regulates the balance of the scales of divine law. So when you see the heart being weighed against the feather of Ma'at, and your heart has to balance the feather of Ma'at, meaning it can't be weighed down by disorder and criminality, anxiety, lust and malice and so forth. It has to be as light as a feather, meaning free-flowing, fluid energy in harmony with divine order, ready to expand as well as to contract, ready to build as well as destroy the enemy and so forth. Your heart has to be light and agile as a feather and so forth. So the balance of the scales, the heart balancing the feather, you see that in the weighing of the heart seen in ancient Kemet and so forth. But you see the plummet that's being read by Anpu, and that information is transmitted to Tuhuti, and he adjudicates the matter, and he writes it down as the divine scribe and provides that information, that sacred documentation, to the council of the Ntoru, the goddesses and gods, the divine forces in creation and so forth. So the TEKH establishes the value, the divine balance of the spirit, and this is the reason why they have the tax, the term tax, establishing the value of certain things and so forth. But if you look at the TEKH and it establishes the value or divine balance of your spirit, this is what we're dealing with our journey. You go on the journey to Kamit and Khanit, that establishes the value of your spirit, that divine balance. And when you experience going into the temples, the tombs that our ancestresses and ancestors once walked in and worked in and engaged in ritual in, and the spirits of our ancestresses and ancestors come with us into those tombs and temples when we arrive. So when we engage in ancestral ritual and so forth at the temples and tombs and so forth, you will experience that. So TEKH, meaning tax, using that TEKH, that divine plummet, that TEKH to finance or fund your trip, that's financing or funding a journey of your lifetime. So if you have any questions, just hit us up on the ARI KAT Kamit website. All the information is there. And once again, we thank everybody for supporting the work. We look forward to journeying with you to Kamit and Khanit in May.